It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I won't
blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Greetings from Bali. Greetings from Bali. Legs is folded like a pretzel. Sitting outside under my gazoo. Greetings from Bali. Greetings from Bali. Greetings from Bali. Okay? And I said it. Okay? Greetings from Bali. Yay. See, that's what Diddy should have did. You know what I'm saying? That's what Diddy should have did. But you know, he took an L, you know, as we all take L's. It's just his L hit a little harder. You know what I'm saying? But you know, greetings from Bali. Right, Kelly? Kelly says smartest criminal ever, in my opinion, and is. I was mad, I ain't gonna lie. When I first heard he ran to Bali, I said, man, I was so mad with Russ. Now hindsight is 2020. I say, you know, Russ is an innovator. Russ is an innovator. Do you understand me? I need y'all, how the Prince of Pan Coochie be saying, I need y'all to understand, and overstand. Russ is an innovator. But yeah, greetings from Bali. Greetings from Bali. And more greetings from Bali. Yeah, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? Let me get Russ down. Come on, Russ. You come on down. We ain't ready for you yet. We got a lot to discuss, y'all. We got a lot to discuss. Here's one of the things we have to discuss. Now, they said, I didn't say it. They say that's Trey Songz. Who lap Diddy sitting on. I know it's a man. That's all that matter. But we'll, you know, look at him in his bad girl era, girl. We'll get into it. But in other news, my cousin Riri said my auntie birthday today. Oh yeah, 45. How old you is, Riri? Your mama just 45, girl. We around the same age. Y'all get up in here and like this video. Who else got a birthday? Because we about to celebrate my auntie birthday. You know, she make she live in, your mama from Jamaica, huh? Jamaica. Yeah. Shout out to Jamaica. Shout out to my Titi down there. We about to get into this. Let's celebrate this birthday really quick. And to everybody else who has a birthday, and we're going to get this show started, girl, because I got so much I want to talk about today. I got so much I want to talk about today, girl. Happy birthday. Tell my TT happy birthday from a New Orleans native. And happy birthday. And I hope she have many, many more. Y'all drop them cakes in the chat. Let's get it. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I hope your mother has many more. She's 45 and she probably still fine like me and is. So tell her I say have a good day today. And I hope she have everything that she wants. Shout out to everybody with a birthday today, man. We got to get into some things, man. Now, one of the things we're going to discuss are these late term ABs. I left you guys with 2 daring videos last week. And we're going to discuss it. And I may even do such thing as prove this point by calling one of the AB clinics out here. I might just do it. Stand by. Okay. And then also, We're gonna discuss Ricky Smiley crying again, girl. He crying again. He crying again. Talking about he's stressed out, his anxiety and all of that, and everybody's just, oh, Ricky, Ricky, Ricky. Y'all gotta understand why is his anxiety through the roof. We'll get into that. We also gonna get into something. Remember, I told y'all when Diddy and all this stuff with Diddy was popping up, I said, I wonder what's going on in the government that have us so distracted. Well, I found that basically how do you call, oh, this, they were passing bills yesterday, girl, while we was all waiting on Lil Diddy and Diddy Jr. to come out of the courthouse for the trial. Girl, they was passing bills, or not passing them for that matter. And one of those bills are the Save Act. Another one of those bills have to do with ABs. It all ties in, girl. It all ties in. We gonna get into it. We gonna get into it. And then Abundance and Clarity say, Ricky, are you on them tapes? Girl, I don't think Ricky. See, Ricky like a D-list celebrity. He not even C. I don't know. And plus, Diddy don't like no real bottom. He like his bottoms that don't know they bottoms. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Diddy like to create bottoms. He don't like all already bottoms. Like a lot of people were saying, oh, he over there with Saucy. It's no fun in that. Because Saucy ready to bust it open. He don't like that. He don't like that. He's a creator. He wanna create his bottoms. So I don't think Ricky would have been, invited down to the Diddy parties. If so, he damn sure wasn't invited to the after party. Because he's in my opinion, from what I believe, he's a power bottom. Don't nobody want that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think, I don't think, yeah. Yeah, Kelly. Diddy like to take it from a nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's how I go. That's how I go. But we gonna get into that, and I think that's it. It don't matter. I got it all down here. We gonna get into it. Y'all get in here, like the video, okay? Let's get into the first thing. Let's get Ricky up here. Ricky Raccoon. And I mean heavy on the coon part. So I couldn't play the music. But here he go again, propping up the camera, turning on his ring light, stressed out in the bed. He say his anxiety through the roof. He don't know what's going on. And I'm over here saying, I could probably guess what's going on. That sacrifice didn't hit, allegedly. That sacrifice that hit that they said you did with your son, it didn't really hit like you thought it was gonna hit. See, I don't know what deal y'all could have possibly made, you know what I'm saying, during this time. Excuse my screen recording. But I don't know what deal that could have possibly been made when you signed your name. See, maybe he thought he was gonna get one of them Gilly the Kid deals. Remember, he lost his son and then he got $100 million or 500 million, however 100 million. You know what I'm saying? So maybe the sacrifice didn't hit the way he thought, and he could be having a little buyer's remorse. Who knows? Or I don't think he on the tape show. I really don't think he on the tapes. But could he be tied in with it? Possibly. But he's still mourning the death of a child. Yay. He surely is. Girl, that ain't what this is. Let me tell y'all something. And a lot of people this day and age will not grasp this idea, but I gotta say it. I've never lost a child. Thank you, Lord. I pray that I never know what that feels like. But when you go through something as detrimental as losing a child, any parent who takes the time out to grab their phone or their recording device, prop it up or hold it up with their hands, log into any app, press the go live button, wait for the 5, 4, 3, 2, and the 1, and wait for people to come on there, and then commits to action in crying. Any parent I see does that, you automatically raise a red flag to me, because anybody who's lost a child knows that your mind, especially this fresh, does not have the time nor the capacity to even send you through all of these steps to get online. Now, I get it. Some people feel like social media is an outlet. I'm not taking that away from nobody. But at some point, it goes from grief to what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? That right there, I don't need attention when I'm in grief. I never lost a child, but I lost a sister and a brother. I've never in my life been a type of person, and I know everybody different, but I don't need all eyes on me during a grieving period. People who need all eyes on them during a grieving period, I question the genuineness of this grief. Now, I'm not saying that he didn't love his child. I don't know that, and it ain't my place to say. But what I'm saying is, when Ricky comes on here, first of all, let's go with the background of the Ricky. Let's give Ricky a background. Ricky is a Q dog. Why is that important? Ricky is also a part of that secret society that's holding down people's jobs and all of that. That's gatekeeping people from the industry, right? He's a part of that Steve Harvey, DL Hughley, a part of those guys who are literally set there and put there to distract and completely misguide the people. Okay. He has literally came on here and told us we need to vote for Scamala simply because she was an AKA and she was gonna get sworn in by the other so-called black girl, Ketanji Brown. But it was not about Ketanji Brown because she part of the D9 too. There's a very secretive society going on there. So with that being said, and you couple that with the industry, I'm sitting over here wondering, well, what is this really about? What is this really about? Because the same people who promote blackness are the same people who gatekeep black people from the things that they need. Think about it. The medical industry dominated by the D9. Average person hard to get in. Almost all of your blacks in the medical industry, almost all, are in the D9. Let's go with the judicial system. Almost all of them people is D9. Very few slip in that ain't. If not, they probably some sort of Mason or something like that. But they all are a part of some secret society. Your average ass can't come off the street and not have no ties and get into none of them places. Even the police force, that's a secret society within itself. So with that being said, the same people who run around here hollering about black, bliggity black are the same people that gatekeep and hold the average black person down. So with that being said, I question the background and the intent of all of these people. Now, again, this is not for everybody inside of the D9 organization, because like any situation or any organizations, there's levels. There's levels. They got your people at the top of every organization and they got your people at the bottom. So your cousin who just crossed spring of 2024 or 2024, he ain't in on that. He don't even know nothing about that. Or even your cousin who crossed in 86 and all he do is pay his dues and go down and stomp the yard. He may not be in on it. What I'm saying is there's something to be said about these secret societies. And what we do know, and a lot of y'all may say it's a conspiracy theory, but these are the facts. What we do know is that these people inside of these secret societies do a lot of witchcraft. They do a lot of rituals, and they participate in a lot of things that are questionable to the average person. Hell, in order to doggone become a part of the D9, guess what you have to do? Complete rituals, period. And also kneel and pray to a pagan god. Are we tracking? Okay, so with that being said, I know some people, and I get it, we look at life through our own lenses, right? So anybody who has a heart is gonna say, well, dang, boo, like stall him out, like he lost his child. And I get that. I get that. And you're right, I get that. Because I understand as an average person, you and I share the same sentiments. But we have to start understanding these people in these positions, these gatekeepers, are nothing like you and I. They may have been growing up, but they are nothing like us now. Absolutely nothing like us now. So you can't say what you would do and take your experience and automatically assume that that's what's happening in those situations. As a matter of fact, I talked about this yesterday with Diddy when he was taking the phones from his little girls to get on this yacht. And I kept saying to myself, what could be happening on a yacht where his children can't even have the phones? Them people don't roll like we roll. Them people they don't live the way that we live. We don't share nothing in common with these people. So when I see somebody like Ricky Smiley doing this, and I also see, just like Ye said, they sacrifice people. He even admitted to sacrificing his own mammy. And then all these patterns keep coming into play. And then I know that the media puts out this word called conspiracy that makes people automatically reject the idea that anything fishy could be going on behind the scenes. I put my two and two together, and I'm sitting here squinting my eyes. So no, I don't have no sympathy for Ricky. I feel sorry for his loss, and I feel bad that his son had to lose his life. But from where I sit at, to me, it's giving attention. To me, it's giving buyer's remorse. You guys like the video? Like the video. But we have to be mindful of that when we're talking about these topics. Okay? So keep that in mind. And this is my opinion. My opinion is giving buyer's remorse. They all go through it. Hell, Ye went through it. Why you think now all of a sudden he's spilling tea? It was all good when he was down there marrying a Kardashian. Let's talk about it. Yeah, because nobody's off limits. I don't want y'all to think I have a favorite celebrity. I don't like none of them. DC Young Fly is another one. Absolutely. But let's talk about it. Everything was all cool. It was all good just a week ago when Ye was over there designing clothes and married to Kim, and they had the first baby, and then they had 2, 3, 4 more, and everything was peachy keen. It didn't go left till Kim said she done got all she can get out of him, and she ready to move around. That's when Ye started coming out with all this tea. But before that, Ye was mom's the word. It's giving buyer's remorse. Now Ye telling you straight up to your face, they sacrificing people. He called out the name Bill Cosby with his son. He called out Jordan with his daddy. He called out all of them people and told you the reason he could say what he want on Mad Day, the reason Ye get a Mad Day is because he ain't never unalive nobody, but they did. And he added Boosie and he added Diddy to that as well. That was 2, 3 years ago, girl. What we talking about? The people be telling y'all what's going on. It's just that we've been so indoctrinated to just go with whatever the media says. And when somebody hear conspiracy, they go, oh, there you go, there you go. And most people reject it. And I get that because I used to be one of those people. I'm not, dragging for that. But what I'm saying is it's the age of Aquarius. This is the age of knowledge. It's out there for the taking. All you have to do is just pay attention. It's not chess. It's checkers. I know most people say this is not checkers, it's chess. No. That's a lie too. When it comes to this right here, it's not chess, it's literal checkers. It's tic-tac-toe is what it is. It's drawing a stick figure. It's right here in your face. All you gotta do is just open your eyes. So yeah, I don't feel sorry for Ricky. The way Ricky probably did a lot of black people who could have came into the doggone radio industry and did a lot of great things. Yeah, I don't feel sorry for Ricky. I will never go against the masses for the few. I'm gonna say it one more time. You will never see me going against the masses for the few. Meaning, if the few are negatively affecting the masses, I don't care if I like the few, if I love the few. I'm not going to side with you, because if you are actively and directly doing negative things to the masses of my people, you are an enemy to me. You're an enemy to me. I don't know about y'all. See, and let me give you an example of this. Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion got up here and became the brand ambassador for Planned Parenthood. And this is going to get us right into the next topic we're going into. Meg Thee Stallion came out and was the brand ambassador to Planned Parenthood. A lot of y'all might know this, but we're going to run it down anyway. Margaret Sanger is the person who created Planned Parenthood. She was a eugenics. A eugenics is a person who want to depopulate the earth, girl. They want people to just die off. Let's talk about it. She was also connected to this man, the clear man standing behind Meatball, Walter Plecker, who was also a eugenics. When Margaret Sanger, a clear woman, created Planned Parenthood, she specifically targeted the so-called African American, foundational Black American, Hebrew Israel. She targeted the niggas. That's why in any hood or any project, a Planned Parenthood is in walking distance of your home. Think about it. If it ain't in walking distance, it's a short 15-minute bus ride away. So why is this important? Meg has her hotties. They love Meg. They love Meg down to the ground. But I knew that this Planned Parenthood, in my opinion, and I haven't done the research, but I'm just looking around and speculating and seeing what I see. I realized what is the common denominator in Black girls and Black women, right? Because let's start here first. Black women are suffering from fibroids at a higher rate than any other group of women on the face of this earth. Black women are suffering with they're suffering not late term abortions, Lord have mercy. Black women suffer maternal mortality rate higher than any woman at the hands, on the face of this earth. I'm sorry. Black women also suffer breast and uterine, ovarian, all those cancers higher than any group of women on the face of this earth at a younger age now than ever. So I said to myself, dang, it can't be genetic, because if it was genetic, we'd have been dying from fibroids, or we'd have been unable to have babies, or we would have been, you see what I'm saying? Cervical cancer too. We would have been having these issues skulls and blows ago. What has happened to get us here? And then I said, Planned Parenthood. Most of the women in this chat has been to Planned Parenthood in some capacity, because we didn't grow up. Most of us didn't grow up with a whole bunch of money. So it ain't like our mamas and daddies had private insurance. So when you got pregnant or when you needed birth control, where did you go? Planned Parenthood. The reason I leave out fast food is because if that was the case, the men would have breast cancer too, because you do know men can get breast cancer. If that was the case, the men would be suffering from the breast cancers as well. That's why you know what I'm saying? That's why I cross out the fast food. You got to understand, when we talking about research, when we dealing with research, you have to find as many common denominators in your research in order to do accurate research. And this is just research off the top of my brain. So I say, like I said, we suffering from the fibroids, the cancers, and all of that. What is different from us than everybody? Ooh, Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood. We've all done been to Planned Parenthood for either birth control or for doggone or having a baby or for an AB. So when I know that Planned Parenthood was not designed for the betterment of Black women, it was actually designed to unalive Black women. And I see somebody like Meg Thee Stallion, who has hella influence over who? Who's Meg Thee Stallion? Put it in the chat. Who is Megan Thee Stallion's biggest portion of her fan base? I need somebody out here to help me out. Who is Megan Thee Stallion's biggest portion of her fan base? What group is the biggest population of Megan Thee Stallion's fan base? I need somebody to put it in the chat. There you go. So if Margaret Sanger initial idea for Planned Parenthood was to unalive and cut down on the birth rate of Black women, right? Then why would she be interested in Meg Thee Stallion being a doggone brand ambassador? Why? Because Meg has the ear to the Black girl. So it's advertisement is what it is. We were already getting it through Sukiana, Glorilla, Sexy Red. We were already getting it through them, but that didn't hit hard enough. The hotties are very, very loyal to Meg. If Meg tell a bunch of them to jump off the bridge, I say about 60% of them gonna jump. So with that being, I'm just piecing it together for y'all. So with that being said, when I see Meg Thee Stallion, who's loved by many, but I see that what she's doing is extremely detrimental to Black women, young Black women in particular, I say to myself, This cannot be a good person. Rather, she's doing it knowing the behind the scenes or knowing the history about it, or rather she's doing it because her handlers told her she will. At the end of the day, Meg, to me, not to y'all, is an enemy to young Black women. Do you get it? This is my perspective and my point of view. This is for nobody else. I'm not saying I ain't never liked none of Meg's songs. I have in the past, way back. I don't know what this new stuff is. I have liked Meg's music in the past, but I separate the artist from the art. Meg herself is extremely problematic for young Black women because the woman who created this doggone thing had in mind to get rid of you. So when I see these celebrities celebritying and doing what they told to do, I don't like them. I actually have sometimes I grow a form of hate depending on who we talking about. Now I don't hate Meg, but I don't like the bitch. I don't like the bitch. She's problematic to young Black women, promoting so-called body positivity. What she call it when she was high? Women's rights. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. No, she an enemy to me. To me, she's, in my opinion, she's an enemy to young Black women. And anybody who negatively affects the masses is an automatic, in my opinion, an enemy. So, and this is the thing, because I like this. Lady Danielle said Meg is not only problematic, but is oblivious to what she is promoting. And let me tell you something like this. I'm a content creator. Lord knows I'm not no celebrity. I've had people ask me for promotion of their products. You know what I tell them to do? Send it over. Now, I try to stay away from like stuff that people intake, like, you know what I mean? Like food. Well, not really food, but like, like skin stuff and stuff, because I don't want to be responsible for anybody's health reasons or anything health-wise happening to people. But it is on whoever promote any brand, it is on that person to do the research on that brand before they go stamp it and put their name on it. This is why when that stuff was happening with that light skin, that yellow boy down at the Breakfast Club, and that Hispanic dude, remember they were trying to tie it back to the Breakfast Club because DJ Envy stamped him. He stamped them. So when them people got scammed, guess what they was talking about? That we want DJ Envy in the Breakfast Club too. So it's your due. It is the person's whoever's promoting that product. It is your due diligence. You have to do your due diligence and do the research on whatever product you are out here promoting. Because if not, and something negative happens, that's blood on your hands. So, with that being said, because this is the thing, and I like this too. Tamara Talk said you have to do your research first. Exactly. That is exactly what you have to do. You have to do your research. But this is the problem. 90% of people do no research. They get their word from whatever anybody else says and they roll with that. And that's where that's problematic. But with that being said, I'm saying all that to say, because we're about to get into this AB part. We rolling right into it. I'm saying all that to say, you guys, where was I going with this? Girl, my brain be going faster than my mouth. Okay, so listen. This is very detrimental to us as a community, and it's being promoted as positive when it really is a negative. Now, let's roll into the scammer piece. Right? Let's roll into the scammer piece. Do I want to do that yet? No, we gonna put a pin right there. Let's roll into this. Who lap Diddy on? Whose lap is this? They say it's Trey Songz. I don't know. I just see braids, but I know it's a man's lap. Why is Diddy sitting? You know what? Don't even ask me why. It don't matter why. We know why. That's why I told y'all I don't believe that Ricky Smiley was down at the FO. Because look, all them dudes around him look straight. You get it? But I do want to get into this. So Shyne responded to a press conference, and he was talking about the situation with Diddy. And Shyne basically says that he was looking out for Puff, and Puff really played on his top. You feel what I'm saying? So we're gonna get Shyne up here to say what he had to say. Listen, Shyne took that charge for Diddy, and Shyne is a new age fool. I don't give a damn how much that Negro would have told me he was gonna pay me. Nigga, I'm not gonna lay down for no 10, 20, 30 years because you just want to get off. Hell no. I lie and say I'm gonna do it and then wait till we get on the stand and point your ass out. You feel me? Let's get into what Shyne had to say.
I was defending him, and he turned around and called witnesses to testify against me, and he contributed. He pretty much sent me to prison. So that is the context by which you must always describe that relationship. Yes, I forgave. I moved on, did not do any business.
You said he helped fund your political enterprise.
I never said that. I said that he proposed to give the Howard Scholarship, which is what I do in all realms. This was not someone who I vacationed with and who he and I enjoyed this great intimate relationship of brotherhood. This is someone who destroyed my life and who I forgave and who I moved on. And don't distort it as if, you know, he and I were bombali. This is someone that destroyed my life.
Were you aware of the freak offs?
So I had nothing to do with Sean Combs' personal life, no interaction. That level, everything was strictly on a professional level.
Let me tell y'all something. First and foremost, see that Negro Shyne? He had me fooled. I did not know he was from another country. I had no clue that man was from another country. He had me fooled. Hold on. That Negro had me fooled. Didn't he used to look like he was one of them regular niggas? Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can get a picture. Take the pictures. My bad, girl. I done came out the whole doggone studio. But he used to look like I'm about to take a screenshot so y'all can see it. Hold on. Y'all need to see this. Yeah, they say he from Belize, huh? He always rep Belize. I didn't listen to a lot of Shyne music. But what I did hear, when he was going ashes to ashes, dust to dust. That's the only one I really knew. That's a up north thing. Niggas knew him. Niggas thought he was decent, but niggas ain't really, I ain't see a lot of niggas be like, oh, that Shyne, go play that. Not in New Orleans. I ain't even gonna say this out. I'm gonna say not in New Orleans. But look, this is why it's important to know who you are. That nigga fooled me. That nigga put that fitting on. You know what I'm saying? It had us all thinking he was a Negro. That's why New York is a scary place. New York, shout out to New York. Y'all a scary place. Y'all are a scary place. We don't know who is who when you come to New York, girl. When it come to New York, we don't know who is who, girl. You got to X for ID. You got the X for ID. You got the X for ID. He didn't even rap with the accent, girl. But I think it was messed up when he was talking about how Diddy basically threw him under the bus and he was looking out for Diddy, and Diddy was basically calling witnesses against him. That's cold-blooded. That's Diddy. And y'all listen. And y'all wonder why I say I don't have no remorse for this dude, bro. Y'all wonder why I don't have no remorse for this dude. Diddy is a very dirty man. You gonna convince this man to take your charge, right? You convince the man to take your charge. Then right after the man take your charge, you get up there and conspire against him. Diddy is a dirty ass nigga. He's getting absolutely what he deserves. He's getting absolutely what he not. Matter of fact, he's not getting enough. He's not getting enough. He not getting enough. That man have, again, another situation where the few affects the masses in a negative way. This man single-handedly destroyed hundreds of black people. He destroyed them. And then when we go to the voting thing, how he had us down there running to the polls for Obama, he really destroyed a lot of us even more. We just ain't caught the hard effects of that yet, for the most part. Ooh, NCP Patrick says, I saw a video on YouTube of an ex-satanic priest that said they do abortions as rituals in these clinics. I believe you. You ain't got to tell me. You ain't got to tell me, child. I already know it. I already know it. But yeah, man, like, Diddy was a dirty ass nigga. And Shyne, you a fool if I've ever seen one. Cause I don't care what y'all say. I say I'm gonna take the charge because I'm scared you're gonna unalive me. But shit, girl, I go around there to them people, to them feds, and say, he trying to unalive me. You gonna protect me till I get back to Belize? Yeah, we gonna protect you. All right, cool. We gonna play it off when we get in the thing. He gonna, whoop de whoop. Then we gonna flip it on him. Oh no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. But I just wanted to bring that up. Diddy was dirty with that man. Shyne, you did all of that for nothing. Welcome to the party. You're late, stupid. I don't feel sorry for you neither, because you have to be a new age fool to do that. Okay? Now, moving along. So while the Diddy thing was happening, a lot of things was taking place behind the scenes. A lot of things was taking place behind the scenes. Did you guys know that the House and the Senate was passing bills yesterday? So one of these bills were one that was directly connected to immigrants committing SA on American women, not black women, American women. So this is the deal. This is the deal, and we're gonna get into a video. So what's going on is, remember, Scamala put up temporary protection for these immigrants. Let me see. I'm trying to upload the video. Hold on. No, this ain't it. Hold on, y'all. I don't think I have it. But anyway, Scamala has put temporary protection on the immigrants, the illegal aliens, right? And what they were proposing in one of these bills, inside of, I don't want to say it was the Save Act, but it was one of these bills. They were proposing that, hey, okay, there are a lot of recent offenses happening pertaining to immigrants unaliving and R-wording American women, not just black women, or not black women in particular, just American women. They had clear people came up there, they gave their side of the story, they spoke about what happened with their situations, losing their loved ones, and long story short, them people didn't pass it. But I keep telling y'all, race is a poor man's game. Status is a rich man's game. Because if you understand that, you know that these people just, they got us down here fighting at the bottom behind race. But what's actually going on at the top is them people don't care about none of us. Michael Jackson told y'all, all I want to say is that they don't really care about us. Now, I remember being a young kid or younger when I saw that video, and I was like, man, he worried about everybody. He need to just be worried about us. But now I understand the bigger message behind what he was saying. He was saying, while we over here sitting up here playing the race game, it's all of us they don't care about. And these are the facts. So long story short, they didn't pass the bill. They didn't pass the bill. So now if an illegal immigrant accost you or R-word you or unalive you, good luck. Good. Wait, how I say? Tough titty said the kitty, but the milk was dry. Okay. That's what came out of that meeting yesterday. Now, this is all taking place while the whole world is waiting for Diddy Jr. and all them to come out of the courtroom. Okay. So I said that, and I'm pretty sure something way deep and sinister was happening yesterday while we was all looking at Diddy. But I'm telling you now, this is again about to be real bad on Americans. Now, one thing I can appreciate about them American flag wearing clears, they gonna fight for this. Now, what the Negroes gonna do, I don't know. But at least the clears gonna start taking the law into their own hands. You know they good for that. You know what I'm saying? Because this one lady was on here crying like, You know, I lost my daughter. This is what he did to my daughter. And them people looked at her and said, oh, well, I feel like y'all being used as propaganda. I think I have that video. Check it out.
Delegate Tran.
Yes, sir.
How late in a pregnancy would your bill apply?
That ain't it. I thought I had it. Hold on. All right, I found it. I want y'all to see this video because I want you to see what's really happening behind the scenes with these people in these meetings and in these sessions, because we around here being entertained, and ain't nothing wrong with that. I was entertained as well. We've all have our level of entertainment. That's not a problem. That's not a you fault. It's really a system that's put in place to keep you blind and keep you unaware of what's really going on around you. But when I saw this, I said, oh, wow, this is big, because what they're doing is setting it up to where they can do whatever they want to you, but you can't do nothing to them. And if you even think about doing something to them, they're going to automatically hit you with a hate crime and you're going to prison for probably the rest of your life. Check out this interaction at the thing when the people tried to, when the I want to say it was the Democrats, they tried to say that the Republicans use these people's story as propaganda. Check it out.
I'm getting tired today at this committee hearing where we have colleagues who are exploiting people's pain for political purposes. And unfortunately, that's what's happening today.
I don't feel exploited in any way. As a matter of fact, I find it very interesting that all 5 minutes for both of your testimonies on the left have not had any questions for us up here, but instead a speech. And I will tell you, I'm getting tired of hearing about the most comprehensive border bill, which did nothing for for American citizens.
It's insulting that you would say that to these families, that you would make an assumption that they're being used or exploited anyway. You know, but I will do is I'll give you my number. It's 281-673-0736. And I'd like a phone call from you to see what you can do to help these families, because every single week I get bombarded with calls from victims all over the United States, but I'm just a small person with a small foundation that helps people here locally in Houston and Harris County. Not one time when her daughter was murdered and I was helping her navigate the criminal justice system did one Democrat call me to offer their assistance. It was only Republicans, and I am an independent. I vote both ways. So it's insulting. No, please don't speak over me because I'm still talking.
Okay.
I'm not done. I have the mic. I have the floor. I have the floor. If you want to answer me, you ask.
Has the time, and the witness is allowed to respond.
So I'm asking. You said some very broad statements. It's insulting. These people lost loved ones. They lost children. And we want to see a difference. We may not understand everything that's going on, but I assure you that we're not being used in any way. And if today somebody calls that number that wants to help from any side of the aisle, we want solutions.
So there you go. That's the type of stuff was happening yesterday when we were all watching the Diddy thing. And at first, you know, and I learned this the hard way. When it comes to certain corporations and jobs and things of that nature, it's not about your race. I mean, your race does play a factor, but there's a status thing going here. And I looked at them people on that doggone panel and I didn't see one Negro gal, not one. But who knows? Maybe the Negro gals ain't getting accosted by the immigrants. Maybe they like them a little white meat. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But what I'm saying is this. A lot of these things are being set up meticulously for you to be blindsided in the future. So you get into it with a illegal immigrant, they could be completely wrong and do you dirty and unalive your child or something. If you do anything back or even say anything that could be considered or deemed as hate speech, you gone. They're a protected class right now, temporary. Well, the Haitians are temporary, but the illegal aliens are a protected class. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to say. That implode I was telling y'all about, it's on the way. Now, another thing that was happening yesterday, and this leads us right into the AB where we need to be. So, okay, boom. Government funding. So it's an issue about government funding down in this meeting as well, in the session as well. Basically, what's happening is the Republicans are afraid of saying no to a bill because they feel like if they say no to a bill, it's all about the election. That it's gonna make people want to say that it's their fault, that things are the way that they are, and people are not gonna vote in a Republican way. Hold on. I want to go get this video for y'all. Hold on. This is pertaining to the SAVE Act. Let me go get it. All right. So they only gonna let one upload. Shoot. I might need to take this one down. Hold on, y'all, because I gotta show y'all this so y'all could see exactly what I'm talking about. Because this is what's going on, you guys. So they proposed this bill called the SAVE Act. Inside the bill is a bunch of things, right? Obviously, we know. Hold on. It's acting funny. Inside the bill are a lot of things. I need to delete this. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm reading and talking. Y'all give me a second. Let me take this down. Hold on. I'm trying to say, y'all like the video, please. Give me 2 seconds. Let me prepare this. I'm sorry I was unprepared, y'all. Charge it to the game, not my heart. Y'all like the video really quick. They take me 10 seconds. Hold on. What is they talking about? My bad, y'all. I had to do some editing. But okay, so where was I? The SAVE Act, the SAVE Act, the SAVE Act. So inside of the SAVE Act, one of those things were pertaining to I want to say late term abortions. If I can remember, I'm sorry, I'll be reading so much stuff. And what's happening is the government don't want to, the Republican side are having issues with passing the bill because in the bill it just basically says, hey, that's what it was. The bill says inside of the SAVE Act, part of that is, hey, this is what we're going to do. You're going to say that you cannot have late-term abortions. That's what this was all about. You cannot have late-term ABs. Put it inside of this bill, sign it off, boom, boom, boom. The Democrats, remember, Skamala running around here telling everybody that she not for late-term abortions and it's not even happening, according to Skamala, and we're going to get to her. So the Democrats are not for late-term abortions, but are claiming that it's not happening, and allegedly so are the Republicans. But I keep telling y'all, two wings on the same bird. There's no way that one side is one way and the other side is another way without them co-opting each other. Does that make sense? So with that being said, let me see the video upload. I'm going to let this clear lady, hold on. So this lady is explaining what was going on and what's happening is behind the scenes. I'm closing my eyes because I'm trying to think. What happened behind the scenes was the Democrats don't want to pass it through, and the Republicans don't want to pass it through neither because they feel like it's going to cause a government shutdown. Now, this is the importance of a government shutdown. First and foremost, a government shutdown really ain't a government shutdown because even if you don't get paid, if you are a government employee, like the military, you know what I'm saying? Like the people that work down at the all these government jobs, although you don't get paid right then and there, you will get back pay. As soon as they come to an agreement on the budget, you will receive back pay. These are facts. Now, the only people who are required to go to work with no pay in this situation is your military. Your military is still required to show up to work, even though they may or may not get paid, even though most of the time they still do. If you're in the military, you are still required to go to work. Now, the Republicans feel like if we push back on this act, it's going to cause a government shutdown. And if we cause a government shutdown, then it's going to be a problem with the people when it comes down to the election. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. It's bigger than the people. Them people don't care about the actual people. What they care about is the bigger picture of this raggedy ass government. Now I'm going to let this lady, hold on. Y'all take a look at this video.
Heard with all the other stuff that's been going on, the government is set to shut down on October 1st, and they cannot get anything together in order to pass a funding bill to keep it open. Speaker Johnson brought a bill to the floor, and it includes funding to keep it open, but some GOP members are like, look, we don't approve of this because it's going to add to the deficit. Other members of Congress are not going to approve it because it includes something called the SAVE Act. And what the SAVE Act is it's legislation that would be put into place that would require you to show a government ID at the voting booth to prove that you are a United States citizen. Democrats said none of them are going to vote for it because of the SAVE Act that's in it. They want to go back to the table and do a short-term resolution. And the reason that they don't want that added is because they said it's stupid. It's already illegal for immigrants to vote in our United States election. Then my question is what the hell would it hurt in just adding the SAVE Act to? Went as far as to call it a non-starter. And that's just ridiculous. Like, if it's a non-starter and you oppose having an ID because people already, because it's already, then what does it matter? Just put it in there. Just let it go through. Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries told reporters last week that the only path forward is a bipartisan agreement that does not include the extreme measures such as the SAVE Act. But I am truly at a loss as to why you would think that's some kind of extreme measure. If it's already illegal, then what does it matter? It doesn't matter if you have to show your ID in order to vote or not. Plus, you think that illegal immigrants are going to come and vote. Is that what you think is going to happen? Any Hoosiers that's likely to fail, even good old Mitch McConnell came out and said, look, if it passes the House, I don't know, it's probably going to fail in the Senate. He's probably right. So the government's probably going to shut down on October 1st. And Donald Trump came out and said, look, you can't pass this legislation unless it includes the SAVE Act. Again, I just don't think it's that big a deal. Just leave it in there and then pass the legislation and keep the government open. Or shut it the fuck down and let's just see what happens. Let's just roll the dice at this point. It's probably going to be fine.
So I misspoke. That's the wrong video, but I still misspoke. This particular video in the SAVE Act was about the immigrants voting. And let me tell you something. If both sides agree that illegal immigrants shouldn't vote, what we fighting about? But there go, because I swear to God, it always brings me back to when Trump was crying when he lost that election. It was like, they cheated, they cheated, they cheated. I ain't gonna lie, back then I was like, Trump, go lay down, bruh. It's over, it's done, leave it alone, bruh. You over there crying, I don't believe they did that. But now looking back, we've already talked about it on this channel. They are literally registering and having these illegal immigrants vote. They already doing that. That's a fact. That is not my opinion. I did a whole video on it. Go look on this channel. That is a fact. But see, what the Republicans are doing is saying, well, see, it's going to cause a government shutdown. They're trying to put the focus on it causing a government shutdown, ultimately affecting the race. But that's not what it's about. They both want the government. In my opinion, they both want the illegals to doggone to vote. Because my thing is, if the right says illegal immigrants are horrible, they should, or not horrible, but they shouldn't be able to vote, then why are you not signing a bill that says they can't vote? Two wings on the same bird. Texas jumped up voter registration 30% in 60 days. I wonder why. I wonder why. Remember, when they went and got Diddy out of that house, whenever they got Diddy out of that house, you got to know this. Them people did that strategically. Remember, they were saying he was supposed to turn himself in. They had to go get him while that was going on to get us to look over here while they do something over there. Ms. Bug said the government is not going to shut down. They claim that every year no illegal citizens are voting. Well, I think I disagree, because let me tell you why. First of all, the government shuts down every other year. I don't know if y'all know that. Damn near every 2 to 3 years, the government shut down. The only problem is most people aren't affected by it because we pay by private entities. So if you work for the actual government, like somebody said the VA, or if you're in the military or something like that, or you a doggone what do you call it? Like a emergency I think I want to say not the police. Yeah, the police. No, not the police. I thought somebody said before that the the people who drive the ambulance, they say them people is, I don't know. But anyway, if you work for one of those entities, the government has shut down post office. Yes, that's a good one. The IRS workers, those are good ones. Those people will not get paid. But the problem is, it's not really a problem because you're gonna get paid on the back end. They're gonna back pay you. You know what I mean? Depending on what's your status working for the government. Let me add that in. But they've experienced shutdowns in the last 3 to 4 years. Easy. First responders, yep. Airline workers, TSA workers, yes. Federal parks, all them people are affected by the government shutdown. The average person doesn't see it because we are not affected by it. You see what I'm saying? Because you got to keep in mind, even your welfare programs, all those are state programs. We talking about federal jobs. You know what I'm saying? Where it's tied to the federal government, and even and it trickles down to the states. So it definitely happens. It's just most of us don't know about it. That's all. But the only one still required to work, if I heard it correctly in the past, was the military. I want to say the EMTs. I want to say probably TSA workers, but it shuts down. It shuts down, baby. I promise you. And also, not only does it shut down, illegals are without a doubt voting. It's proven fact. I'm not saying allegedly. I seen it with my own 2 eyes from the illegals saying we registered to vote and we already voted. It's on the channel. Go check it out. A lot of people don't want to believe that because they want to believe that is, and I get it. Some people feel like they're just trying to attack the Democrats or scammer or something like that. But that's, I swear on everything that I love, them illegals have and are already voting. Them illegals have and are already voting. Abundance said they can put TSA workers on a timeout. They get on my nerves sometimes. Yeah. Measurement, thank you for the super chat. Yes, the government shuts down. I have experienced it in the military and working for the VA, EMT, fire and rescue, and IRS. Thank you, Measurement. Thank you. But yeah, it happens. It happens. And it's most of the time it shuts down, and then a month or so, maybe a week or so, or maybe a days or so later, they turn around and then they pass it. They come to an agreement to pass it. TSA worked through the pandemic. Oh, without pay. I didn't know that. Girl, ain't no way. Bitch, please. Girl, TSA could have kissed the blackest part of my ass. You mean to tell me you want me to come down to the job and deal with all these people? And we worry about a doggone panorama and I'm not going to get paid? Girl, please. I'd have lost my job that year. Well, hell, I'd have lost it when they told me I had to get that wax. So I already know. You know what I mean? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Thank you, Savannah Doll, for the super chat. Voodoo, there was a hearing that revealed Susan Rice implemented a Biden policy registering illegal inmates. I know. It's a whole lot of, listen, they had to do this now with the Diddy thing. They understand it's going to get world attention, not just Americans' attention, world attention. And they had to do this now because they have some real sneaky work to do. And as a matter of fact, Donald Trump was just on here bitching about them passing the SAVE Act and said that they need to just shut down the government. Because if they don't pass the SAVE Act, which they haven't, but if they don't pass the SAVE Act, they're going to cheat on the election again. That's literally what he was bitching about yesterday on Twitter. He was like, y'all have to pass the Republicans. You say you don't agree that illegal immigrants should vote. Allegedly, Democrats say they don't agree neither. Sign the damn bill and let's go on with our lives. But what's happening is the Republicans are afraid to sign the bill because the Democrats are saying, well, I don't want to sign it for other reasons. Cap. They don't want to sign it because they need them illegal immigrants to vote. But the Republicans are trying to say, well, if we contest it, it's going to cause a government shutdown. And then if the government shut down, then nobody going to vote Republican. You get it? That's crazy, though. That's super insane. Like, that's crazy to me. But I just wanted to share 2 of those things that I saw that were trending yesterday on Twitter to let y'all know what's actually going on behind these scenes, because it's a lot that's happening. And that's how they caught us before. They caught us like that with George Floyd. That's how they were able to pass a whole lot of this stuff that we have going on. They caught us with Trayvon Martin. Let's talk about it. Think about all them heavy events that happened in America that was the major look tactic. And they was doing all kind of sneaky stuff behind the scenes. All kind of sneaky stuff behind the scenes. Every time something major happens in America that grasps all our attention, I promise you, they doing something crazy. And look, Miss Parker said we was too busy marching. This the gag. All the way up to George Floyd, They told us we had to social distance. They said we had to put our mask on. They said we couldn't be around each other. People couldn't go to each other's funerals. People couldn't go to no weddings. People wasn't holding no parties. You couldn't be by your family during Christmas. You couldn't do nothing until George Floyd got popped. Then it was, come on out to the streets, y'all. Stand in solidarity. Hold hands. Lock them hands together. Lock them arms, y'all. And y'all sing, we shall overcome together. I knew right then and there, but I knew before that. But it was right then and there. I said, them people playing in our face. And guess when the panorama got canceled? Oh, yes. Biden did say the panorama is canceled. It's over. Guess when that happened? When that war was happening over there with them clear people down in them two places. That's when the panorama got canceled. The panorama got canceled soon as that war kicked off. Then Biden came out and said, oh, yeah. We don't worry about it no more. It's over. It's over now. You good. Y'all go back to living regular life. We got bigger fish to fry. Hell yeah, she tried to incite a riot, Bella. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But like I say, the panorama was all social distances. You can't travel. You can't eat at the restaurant until George Floyd died. So I'm saying that to say, even with Trayvon Martin, with Obama, and this how Obama is a dirty nigga. That man came out there and gave us a whole bunch of word salad, and all we really got for the so-called black community is he said, Trayvon could have been one of my sons. That's all we got. Think about it. Think about what Obama said after Trayvon got unalive by that skim milk. What did Obama come out and say? Trayvon could have been one of my sons. That's it. That's it. That's all we got. And we was just so enamored because he's a so-called black president. So when I saw the Diddy thing, I said it at the dollhouse. I said, Lord, I wonder what they run behind the scenes doing. Child. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. Now let's move into this AB stuff, girl. Let's move into this AB stuff. I showed y'all some daring videos yesterday, and we're going to go back over them today. But before we do that, I want to get Scamala up here to tell us that people are not having late-term ABs. And I saw a lot of people on social media co-signing, saying that's not true, that's not true. I came to y'all and I told y'all, I said, no, it is true. At least it was at one part, because in 2000, and my baby was born in 2002. In 2002, when I found out I was pregnant, I sat next to this girl when, first of all, I found out I was pregnant, and my first counseling session with the nurse was, do I want to have an abortion? That was literally the next, after I took my test, they came back and said, it's positive. They said, wait right here. And then I waited right there. And then another nurse came in, and guess what the nurse asked me? Are you interested in an abortion? And I said immediately, no. She was like, well, you're 19, you're young, you probably have a whole life ahead of you. It was a clear woman. I'll never forget it. I said no. Long story short, she sent me back out to the lobby, and I'm sitting next to this girl who was 8 months pregnant. I never forget this girl. She was 8 months. I'm talking about stomach, huge stomach. And I was like, oh, you here for an appointment? And she was like, yeah, girl. She was like, I'm about to get rid of this baby. I said, what? She said, yeah, girl, I'm about to get rid of this baby. That nigga acting crazy. I'm about to get in a boy. I said, they could do that at 8 months? And she was like, yeah. That shit, at 19, that was crazy. I was like, what? So when Scamala came on here and said it's not happening, I said, unless things have changed from 2002, she's a cotton picking lie. She's a cotton picking lie. So let's get into what Scamala said before we get into these receipts. Okay?
Vice President Harris,
excuse me, I have to respond. Another lie. It's another lie. I have been a leader on IVF, which is fertilization. The IVF, I have been a leader. In fact, when they got a very negative decision on IVF from the Alabama courts, I saw the people of Alabama and the legislature 2 days later voted it in. I've been a leader on it. They know that, and everybody else knows it. I have been a leader on fertilization, IVF. And the other thing, you should ask, will she allow abortion in the 8th month, 9th month, 7th month?
Come on.
Okay, would you do that? Why don't you ask her that question?
Why don't you answer the question? Would you
because
veto?
under Roe v.
Answer
Wade,
the question. Would you veto?
you could do abortions in the 7th month, the 8th month, the 9th
That's
month,
not true.
and probably after birth. Just look at the governor, former governor of Virginia. The governor of Virginia said we put the baby aside and then we determine what we want to do with the baby.
President Trump, thank you.
We're going to turn now to
My brain stopped when he said, would you allow 7-month, 8-month, 9-month abortions? And she just paused. Take the people out of it. Let's just say these were two avatars on here. It's not Scamala and it's not Trump. Put two avatars on here. He said at 7, 8, and 9 months, would you allow abortions? She paused. Mind you, Scamala ain't never shitted out no churn. Scamala ain't never shitted out a child. Not one day in her life. Them clear churns she around there claiming, them ain't even belong to her. So you got a woman who's never had a child telling black women in particular that your reproductive rights, your women's rights, which is disguised as abortion, is what we should be advocating for. Don't tell me nothing about getting rid of my baby when you ain't never had now. Don't you do that. I don't see how black women aren't, I don't see why women aren't appalled by this woman who's never had children to sit up here and try to let us know and tell us disguise her advocating for us as she's trying to hide the fact that she's really trying to promote us to get more abortions through advocating. That's why she had Meg Thee Stallion up there hollering, let's go women's rights, body yaddy yaddy yaddy. Remember? Regardless if you like Trump or not, and listen, both of them didn't answer questions because he didn't answer when she said, would you veto the bill? So they both, and I told you, I don't care about none of them heifers. Dr. Jackie is another one, ain't never shitted out a baby and telling women about maternal mortality rate, and also saying women are over, what she said we was doing? We were overdoing it and basically lying about our pain levels and stuff. You ain't never had no child. You ain't never had a contraction. Hell, all you've ever had in your life was a period, allegedly. How you gonna tell a woman that she's over-exaggerating her pain levels? And this is the #1 reason why black women are leaving the house, are going into the hospital to have babies and leaving out in a bag. That is the #1 reason why. Because when your pain levels and pain is done in your body to alert you something is wrong. That is the whole purpose of pain. It is to alert you in your body that something is wrong. So if I'm telling you after I give birth to my child, wait a minute, my abdomen still feels like it's contracting, it still feels like it's hurting, and the doctor's looking at me telling me, oh no, it's all right. And I say, but my pain level is at a 10. And they said, nah, you good. Then it turns out the next day I'm end up unalived on a doggone table because the doctor didn't take what I said seriously. Then that's how it goes. Even during pregnancy, I mean, even during when you having a baby, even when you having the baby. I remember, I ain't gonna lie, this is TMI, but I remember when I was pushing, I told the doctor, I swear to God, I had an episiotomy, TMI, but we're gonna talk about it. I gotta use myself as an example. I told that freaking doctor, I said, it feel like she coming out of my ass. I swear to God, Lord could take me right now if I'm lying. I told my clear doctor on Medicaid, mind you, I'm a Medicaid recipient at the time. I told my doctor when he kept saying push, I said, it feel like it's coming out my ass. I said it 3-4 times. That man told me, no, it's not. Just keep pushing. Girl, tell me why I started to tell them people had to cut me from the rooter to the tutor. Girl, this is a real true story. The law could take me now if I'm lying. So these are the main reasons why black women are unalived during childbirth, because they are not believed during childbirth about their pain levels. Okay, so Dr. Jackie and Scamala, who seem to be sorors and best friends or whatever, I don't know, they can kiss the blackest part of my ass. If you ain't never shitted out a child or even had a child through C-section, if you've never produced another human from your body, don't talk to me about no reproductive nothing. You can't talk to me about nothing as it pertains to reproduction. Now, if we want to sit and have a period, a bond over our menstrual cycle, we'll do that. But don't talk to me about reproduction of nothing. So now let's get into Scamala outright saying that that's not true. Women are not getting late-term abortions. That is a bold-faced lie. Let's get into it.
Pregnant women who want to carry a pregnancy to term, suffering from a miscarriage, being denied care in an emergency room because the healthcare providers are afraid they might go to jail, and she's bleeding out in a car in the parking lot. She didn't want that. Her husband didn't want that. A 12 or 13-year-old survivor of incest being forced to carry a pregnancy to term. They don't want that. And I pledge to you, when Congress passes a bill to put back in place the protections of Roe v. Wade, as President of the United States, I will proudly sign it into law. But understand, if Donald Trump were to be reelected, he will sign a national abortion ban. Understand, in his Project 2025, there would be a national abortion, a monitor that would be monitoring your pregnancies, your miscarriages.
Now, this is what Scamala is great at. And it works for some people. It just don't work for me. Hold on. This is what Scamala is great at. Scamala is great at acknowledging an issue when asked a direct question. So, like, for instance, she'll go on here and say, well, I know that redlining, that's her favorite one. Redlining has happened. Jim Crow has happened. And then turn around and say something completely opposite of what that means. So why is this important? She sat up here and talked about one woman who had an issue with having to being forced to carry her baby. And she ended up, unfortunately, unalived because she couldn't get the AB. Now, this is the problem with these abortion things, with these abortion laws. It's very meticulous when it comes to it. Because on the flip side, you shouldn't be forced to carry a baby to term. You should not be forced to carry a baby to term if it is in fact a detriment to the mother. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. So she's sitting around denying that this is even happening. And the facts of the matter is, not only is it happening, it's happening way more often than you think. Let's get into this girl talking about her experience. No, but before we get into her, let's get into the girl talking about calling the people asking can she get a late term AB. Check it out.
Calling the Care Clinic in Bethesda, Maryland.
Thank you for calling Care. How can I help you?
I am looking to have an abortion.
How far along are you?
I'm 34 right now. I am in a pretty desperate situation. My boyfriend is kind of out of the picture now, so I don't really have any support.
An abortion at any stage is actually much safer than delivering a term pregnancy. It's a 4 to 5 day procedure. We do some basic lab work on you and start to dilate your cervix. After that, we do what we call the fetal injection. A needle is inserted through the abdomen and into the fetal heart where lidocaine is injected, and that will completely numb the fetus so there's no pain. And then after that, we inject a medication called digoxin and another medication called KCL into the fetal heart, which will slow and then stop the fetal heartbeat. And then on that 4th day, depending on how your cervix is dilated, we'll break your water, and then we'll give you a medication called misoprostol. Misoprostol will sort of induce contraction and increase the dilation of your cervix. You're going to have contractions and cramping, and then we'll assist you in sort of pushing in the induction and then remove all of the products of conception. You're definitely going to feel discomfort and cramping and a lot of pressure, but we do give you fentanyl and Versed during the procedure. We specialize in later trimester care. Our doctor is very well versed in what he's doing, and he's very good.
So I'm not like a rare situation. Y'all help women this late in pregnancy all the time?
All the time.
Weeks. 34 weeks. Did you hear how the lady described the process? 4 to 5 days to get rid of a baby at 34 weeks. Listen, I ain't bullcrapping. There's another one. Hold on.
Call the abortion facility and I'm going to tell them I'm pregnant with a 32-week fetus, as you say. Hi, I just turned 32 weeks pregnant. Am I able to come in for an abortion ASAP?
I wouldn't be able to see you for the week of the 23rd, so that would put you at 34 weeks.
Can I still have an abortion at 34 weeks?
Yes, ma'am. I just have to do an intake form. Do you have about 5 minutes?
Sure, I have 5 minutes. Yeah, I just found out that she could have Down syndrome. I can still have the abortion right, even though she has Down syndrome?
Yeah, so we just have to do an intake because the doctor...
It doesn't matter.
That's late-term abortion, ma'am. That's abortion in the 8th month of pregnancy. That's discriminatory.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Let me tell y'all something. Like I said, this abortion thing is a very tricky situation because there's not a fix-all program for this thing. Because doctors were, from what I hear, some doctors were afraid, according to Scamala, in this whole situation with the other young lady, the doctors were afraid to perform it because Roe v. Wade was overturned. And it was illegal after a certain amount of time to get an abortion. Now, this is what I say the fix would be to that. It should be unless due to medical issues concerning the parent, the mother. You see what I'm saying? So if I'ma probably die because my baby, you know what I'm saying, then I should have that option. I wouldn't do it, but I should have that option. But what's happening is Scamala running around here telling everybody that it never happened, and she's a fat-faced on liar. And that is not going to be tolerated. And we're going to call it out. Regardless to if some people say, oh, well, they saying that because this, that, and the third. No, she lied. She's been lying this whole time. This is why I call her Scamala. Let's get into this video.
Delegate Tran.
Yes, sir.
How late in a pregnancy would your bill apply if a physician was simply willing to certify that the continuation of the pregnancy would impair the mental health of the woman? How late are we talking about?
Well, so the way the suggestion that we've made in the bill is to say it's in the third trimester and at the, with the certification of the physician. So
how late in the third trimester would you be able to do that?
It's very unfortunate that our physicians, witnesses, were not able to attend today to speak specifically.
No, I'm talking about your bill. How late in the third trimester could a physician perform an abortion if he indicated it would impair the mental health of the woman?
Or physical health.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm talking about the mental health.
So, through the third trimester. The third trimester goes all the way up to 40 weeks.
Okay. But to the end of the third trimester.
Yep. I don't think we have a limit in the bill.
So, where it's obvious that a woman is about to give birth, she has physical signs that she is about to give a birth, would that still be a point at which she could request an abortion if she was so certified? She's dilating.
Did you hear that? All the way up to 40 weeks. That's a whole baby. If anybody ever seen the fetus inside of a baby inside of a fetus, inside the womb, at 7 months, the baby got doggone arms and legs and kicking and all of that. Hell, it's fluttering around 5 or 6. You're feeling the little flutters. So at 40 weeks, and listen, this is pertaining to if the doctor deemed mental health, not physical, mental. They could go ahead on and say, yeah, you could get your abortion. Yay. That part sent me, Miss Kiki B. She's dilating. 40 weeks, she's dilating. What you mean? That baby ready to come out and go, and they around here saying, yeah, you can do it. But again, people are going to say that it's not true, not because they did their own research, but simply because somebody they like said it. Let's talk about it. Now, I pulled up somewhere right here. I'm about to call somewhere in Georgia right now. I'm about to call it online with y'all. I'm about to call somewhere in Georgia and ask them if they do late term abortions. I'm calling on live. This is live right now for y'all to see. I'm calling somewhere in Georgia. Hold on.
For quality assurance,
Y'all can hear that?
call may be recorded. Thank you for calling Equity Clinic. All calls may be monitored and
Y'all can hear
recorded
that?
for quality and training purposes.
Put it one if you can
Para
hear it.
español, por favor, presione 8. If you know the party's extension, please press 0 and
Okay.
dial the extension followed by the pound key. If this is a medical emergency, please hang up and dial 911. To speak with a scheduling team member, please press 1. If you have already had an appointment at Equity Clinic, hi, Equity Clinic, this is Sean speaking. How may I help you?
Hi, I was calling to see what are my options. So I wanted to see if I can get an abortion, but I'm already at like 32 weeks. Is it possible to get an abortion with you guys?
No, ma'am. We actually stop at 24 weeks here.
Okay, you stop at 24 weeks. Okay, I saw online that you did late term. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, ma'am. So basically, we're not at that point right now, but we're just stopping at 24 weeks as of right now.
Okay, but possibly in the future, maybe the near future.
Yes, ma'am. Possibly. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. I appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, really
No
quick,
problem.
really quick, ma'am. Do you have some? Oh, she hung up. I was gonna ask if she had some. Well, so 24 weeks is where they at, but she said for now. Now, them people say late term abortions, out of state patients welcome. 24 weeks. That's what 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. That's 7 months. So they stop at 7 months. They stop at 7 months. That's what I was about to ask her, but she hung up. I was gonna ask her if she knew somewhere. But I'm saying all that to say, let me call one more, y'all.
That we have moved to our new office location at 33 Upper Riverdale Road, Suite 21, Riverdale, Georgia, 30274. Please stay on the line while your call is transferred to the operator.
It used to be.
Gynecology, good afternoon.
Hi, I was calling to find out. I just needed to ask a question. What's the latest I can get an abortion if I'm pregnant?
6 weeks.
6 weeks? Okay. Thank you so much.
No worries. Take care now.
All right, bye. So now that one says 6 weeks. Shout out to them. But I'm saying that to say this. It's actually really happening all over America. It's not everywhere, but it's still happening. Now that man said 6 weeks. Oh, you know what? He ain't lying. Because just like Texas, Georgia did that. Well, I thought Georgia did that because that lady said 24 weeks. That lady said 24 weeks. This man said 6 weeks. And somebody said maybe they hip to the TikTok trend. And I said that too. You probably got to go in there. You know what I'm saying? You probably got to go in there. But when I was younger, I mean, not when I was younger, I remember a time where they said you couldn't do it after 6 weeks, I think. It's always been 25 weeks in Texas to my understanding. Wow. But I want to play this for y'all. Hold on. Let me play this for you guys so you can see what it is like through details of these nurses who've witnessed these late-term abortions, what they have gone through. Wait, is there another one? I think there's another one I want to show y'all. Ooh. Yeah, I think I played this one. Let's listen to these ladies' accounts.
Twisting the head off the neck, kind of with his own bare hands.
And you saw that happen?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
So he would twist the head off. I'm sorry.
Sometimes he would go through the stomach as well.
Sometimes he would do what?
He would like force it through the stomach.
The instrument, is it beards?
And like twist it.
Yeah.
And you saw that?
Mm-hmm.
Anything that he could get to the fastest. Like she said, the umbilical, he was probably perforating the umbilical cord. I normally saw either the snipping of the spine or the introduction of the instrument in the soft spot of the fetus normally, or twisting of the neck.
I remember he would put like his finger.
Yeah, or his finger. He'd take his finger and then
through the throat.
Yeah, and it was a botched abortion. The fetus was still alive. He thought it was dead, and the fetus opened his eyes and actually
grabbed his finger.
Was able to grab his finger.
Bro, that lady said he thought the fetus was dead. and the baby opened his eyes and grabbed his finger. Do you know the level of demonic freaking soul you have to even be in the process of that? And it's big. Oh my God. Man, like I told y'all don't understand. It's so much going on in this world that you are not privy to because we live in a bubble like they do. It's so much going on behind the scenes. Somebody said it in a chat earlier that they were talking about they use the babies for rituals. If anybody been on Rumble Game in a while, but we did that that deep dive on who was it? What was the name of that group, girl? But nevertheless, they were talking about how the Jackson 5 got their fame, and basically the Shylights, that's what it was, the Shylights. The Jackson 5 got their fame, and one of the rituals they went through, Mike included, but he was a little bitty boy. Mike included was horrible things with infants. Let me just say that. And it pertained digesting and horrible other things. Go to Rumble and look for it, you'll see it. I'm telling y'all, this is really, and that lady sat there with a bold face and lied and say it's not happening. I'm not even bull crapping. I was like, I can't believe she did that. Look.
Nowhere in America is a woman carrying a pregnancy to term and asking for an abortion. That is not happening. It's insulting.
The care clinic in Bethesda.
Nowhere in America is a woman carrying a baby to term, listen, and asking. She's very clever with her words now. She didn't say getting, she said asking for an abortion. Let me run her back.
Nowhere in America is a woman carrying a pregnancy to term and asking for an abortion. That is not happening. It's insulting.
The care clinic in Bethesda.
I say this. What got me, I told y'all this before on this channel because I'm about to get off of here. But what got me so interested in this election stuff was because I started realizing that target on our babies' back was big, big, big. And I said, why they targeting our babies? That's what really got me into this stuff. I don't give a damn who gonna do what. I'm just saying, what are we gonna do about our babies? Now, they targeting the ones that's already here, and they trying to promote you getting rid of the ones that are in your belly. I believe that a woman has a right to choose whatever it is she wants to do with her body. But I also believe abusing a program or a situation that could be used for good is wrong. It's not my place to say you shouldn't be able to do it, but I feel like, I ain't gonna lie, you shouldn't be able to do it. Meaning, if you want to go smash Ray Ray with no protection, then you shouldn't be able to go down there and say, well, I just don't want the baby. I believe that. That's my opinion. You shouldn't be able to repeatedly do that. Now, I can see one time, maybe you got caught up, maybe twice you got caught up. But using it as a form of birth control is demonic and it's sick. It's sick. When Trump say let the states handle it, I agree with that. Let the states decide. And this is the gag. People don't really understand that you have more power with the people you put into politics at the state level than you will ever have at the federal level. For instance, if you decide after these 3-4 years of your governor, you don't like that Negro, the people can literally find a candidate and collectively come together and put that candidate in his seat. Factual. You have more power on your state level than you ever had at the federal level, because at least there's no electoral college, at least that's dealing with the government. So with that being said, with the governor, I'm sorry. So with that being said, you have to be mindful that they keep you focused on the federal piece so they can do the BS on the state side. Now, with the state situation, it should be in the hands of the state. If you get a governor who say, hey, I think they should be able to go to term and have abortions, then guess what? If the masses of y'all disagree, get them up out of there. If you get a governor who say you can't have one after 6 weeks, if the masses of y'all disagree, get him or her up out of there. It's easy. It's simple. But the facts are, most people are so focused on the celebrity of the president that they continue to fail to forget. They fail to remember that the actual power that they hold is at their state level. Your governors are little mini presidents. Let me say that again. Your governors are little mini presidents. The power you think the president have is actually the power that the governor has. Why do you think states can secede from the doggone Americas, from the United States? Why do you think Texas in the past has seceded from America, or at least attempted? Why do you think Florida has said y'all can kiss the blackest part of my ass, we up out of here? Because the power lies in the state. So putting it in the federal government's hand, right? Now you're making a blanket policy, which falls under that Marxist communist crap she got going on. That means they have full control over your what and what not, your can and cannots. I think of Kim Kardashian. You know, one of the reasons Kim and Khloe had buku issues getting pregnant, do you know why? Because they had a crap ton of abortions as kids. I don't know if y'all know that, right? Between that and the birth control, because they were sluts. But them hoes had issues giving birth to babies. Listen, because they had a crap ton of abortions. As a matter of fact, even Rockhead was running the risk with her baby because she had a crap ton of abortions. When you misuse something that is not designed for the way in which you are misusing it, it has adverse effects. So to promote something that could literally sterilize you, let me say that again. To promote something, to make it a positive instead of what it actually is, if misused, is a negative. To promote something that is designed to sterilize you and possibly cause you all type of cervical, uterine, all type of cancers and fibroids and all of that. To promote that, yeah, including Plan B too. To promote these things as if they are positive, that's demonic of you. You trying to get women to be jacked up. And then these so-called women, I ain't gonna say so-called, but then these women get in their 30s, they finally settle down, they want to have a baby, and they wondering why they can't have no baby. Girl, you can't have no baby because your insides don't work no more. And then it's another question. What is all they scraping up out of them insides? What all is they doing? Because they numb you, I guess. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you're not just down. I'm pretty sure they numb you. What is all they doing when they down there pulling this baby out? And this is no, like I really want us to start thinking about this. I really want us to start thinking about this. This is a very serious issue amongst Black women. We have had and when she gets to, and this is why you know it's targeted at Black women. Because who does she get to promote it? Meg Thee Stallion. Listen, Planned Parenthood didn't go get Taylor Swift because Taylor Swift got a way bigger fan base than Meg Thee Stallion. Why Planned Parenthood didn't go call Taylor Swift? She went and got Meg Thee Stallion because who's the major fan base? Who's the major part of Megan Thee Stallion's fan base? The Black women, young Black women at that. Because I know us in our 30s and 40s, for the most part, girl, we ain't starting no damn Meg. We ain't going to pay all that money to go down to no concert. The women who paying that money to go down to these concerts, that's in their 30s and 40s, they lifelong supporters of these people like Nicki. They grew up with Nicki. So, yeah, they're going to pay their money to go to the concert. The majority of Meg Thee Stallion's young fan base is young Black women. So that's why they chose Meg Thee Stallion and not Taylor Swift. They ain't choose the Tyler girl. You know why? The girl make me sweat. They ain't choose her. You know why? Because Black Americans don't even identify with the bitch. She just as big, ain't it? Y'all gotta start thinking. I think about these things. My mind go all over the place. I'm like, why they Meg the Stallion? If you keep your memory correct, it was a young Black American woman named Henrietta Lacks. Let me say it again. Henrietta Lacks. They used her stem cells for cancer research. That lady unalived. Behind that, you think they just stopped at Henrietta Lacks? You think after the Henrietta Lacks thing happened, they were just like, all right, we good. We don't need to do this no more. You really think that? You really think? I need y'all to hear me and hear me good. And this not even just for abortions. This for giving birth too. At this point, I don't trust nothing. My head gone. Do you really believe they stopped doing that after Henrietta Lacks? Hell no. Hell no. So while we got a vice president using a young Meg the Stallion to promote to young Black girls, yeah, y'all, it's your women's rights. You should be able to go down there and get it. Go get it. Go get it. What you think them folk doing? What you think them folks doing? When they not only with the baby, but with you, with your body, with your stuff on your inside parts. What do you think them people are doing? This is the main reason why you don't get your placenta after you have your baby. What do you think them people doing when they get you up off of that table, when they put you down on that table, girl? You can't see. It ain't like you looking in the mirror and you seeing exactly what they doing. Come on, man. Come on. We got to start thinking about this stuff. They never stopped after Henrietta Lacks. Hell no. Why would they? Especially if they found something that works. Now, if they take Henrietta Lacks and take her stem cells and say, oh shit, this could help fight cancer. You mean, you put yourself in a clear person's shoes, in that clear doctor's shoes. You find you a nigger gal and you go up there and you say, let me check this nigger gal's stem cells and see if she has some type of help toward this cancer thing that we done created. Don't let that go over your head. Okay? Let's see if this nigger gal has something that'll fight off this cancer that we created. So they get Henrietta down there. She gone down there to do something else, something completely that had nothing to do with what they were doing in her inside parts. And they find out Henrietta Lacks stem cells, who she's a Black American, or FBA, however you want to call it, her stem cells are capable of helping to cure cancer or fight off cancer. Do you think for 1 second they was like, oh snap, that's great to know, let's just wrap this up and move on? Stop it. Stop it. During the 40s, 50s, and 60s, 50s and 60s in particular, a lot of Black women were going to doctors for stupid stuff like broken legs and coming out sterilized. Hell, look at what's this lady name? What's the lady name, y'all? Mississippi was down there with the voters and all of that. Girl, I hate my brain. Oh my God. Oh Lord, y'all know who I'm talking about. In Mississippi, in the 60s, she was big. In the 50s, I'm sorry, she was big. Fannie Lou Hamer. Thank you, y'all. Thank y'all for saving me. Y'all be saving me. Fannie Lou Hamer went in for an issue with her leg, and them people sterilized that lady. Did y'all know that? Put a one in the chat if you knew that. Fannie Lou Hamer went in for an issue with her leg or something. I don't want to lie. And came out sterilized. Didn't even know. And guess what? Fannie wasn't the first and she wasn't the last. A whole heap of Black women around that time it was happening to. We gonna do a lot. I should do a video on it. It was a whole heap of Black women during that time going in thinking you just gonna do something to my leg or to my back, and then they put you to sleep and you come out and you can't have no churn. So like I said, and I'm gonna wrap this up here. There you go, YouTube user J. Marion Sims experimenting on his black slaves, and now he is the father of gynecology. Talk about it. You better talk. You better talk. And not only that, they go to him to see how to deal with other women. Now, granted, he was doing all his research without pain medication. Did y'all know that? He was doing all of this so-called research with no pain medication because he thought that the black gal can take more pain. This shit is real out here, bruh. Again, this is my thoughts on it, and I'm getting off of here. I believe every woman has the right to do whatever it is she wants to do with her body. It is not my place to say what she can or she can and cannot do. I'm sorry. So I want to make that abundantly clear. I can have my opinion, but it is not my place to tell. I am very pro-choice. It is not my place to tell a woman what she can and can't do with her body. I can have an opinion on certain situations, but all at the end of the day, an opinion is like assholes. We all got them. But with that being said, when someone promotes something that I see in my brain, this is just me, that is extremely detrimental to black women. Without black women, the population goes kaboom. It's us who create the other black people, boy or girl. When you get rid of the black woman, you literally obliterate the damn population. Why do you think through music? Why do you think through music, Sexy Red, Sukiana, Glorilla, all of these young girls today have no sense of morality? They have no sense of womanhood. It's all a bunch of hoe-ass bitches. Because they understand if you attack the woman, that's the core of the entire population. So with that being said, with Scamala on here lying through her teeth, saying that women are not having late-term abortions after she's around here promoting it as something that it is not as far as women's rights, I have a major problem with that. Major problem with that. Extremely major problem with that. You are an enemy to my people. Promote it to them goddamn Indians. They got a whole heap of them over here. Why you ain't gonna get an Indian person to be to go down to your rally and talk about body yaddy yaddy? Why didn't Margaret Singer, a clear woman, go get a clear entertainer to go talk about being the brand ambassador of Planned Parenthood? Ask yourself these questions. And when you really sit down and ask yourself, dang, like, why this or why that? Your eyes literally open. Literally open. Now I'm going to get off of here because I'm about to do me a quick little run. But I need y'all to do me a favor. First of all, like the video. Secondly, 15 minutes of sunlight. Please do some grounding. 15 minutes of sunlight to your cranium, and please do some grounding. 15 minutes, Lord. It ain't gonna kill you, girl. 15 minutes, girl. Take the wig off and go outside and let that sun hit the top of your head, girl. Don't worry about them people laughing at your braids, girl, because they old under the wig. Don't worry about it, girl. Go in the backyard or something. Okay? 15 minutes of sunlight. And at least do 10 to 15 minutes. Get some grounding done. I appreciate you guys being here. Like the video if you haven't already. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And everybody else, I will see y'all later. I talk to y'all later, maybe. I got Love and Hip Hop coming later on, so we'll go with that. Love y'all down to the ground. I'm about to Joce y'all out. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, Blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, drop it for your. Wow, 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 lift it up.
Mr. Karen, How you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.